if you're going to set a goal, it's your responsibility to achieve it. It's your responsibility to deal with the critical issues. And so the more you understand that anyone who's made big leaps, anyone who's increased their capacity and capability has taken on the responsibility of that, that will help you exit victim mode or believe your own BS. So I want to go over a few more of these laws because it might help answer where you need to use time differently in order to achieve or experience the future you really want to manifest in the next year. Because we also want to get into the critical issues of where you feel like you're not hitting your manifestation goals, where you set goals and you make maybe some progress, learn some things, but you're really not able to predict that which you want to, you're not able to achieve that which you predict. Okay, so I'm going to go over a few of these. Murphy's Law on fear. So if you're in fear, you get stuck in fear. In the Yoga Sutras, we also see this with doubt. So if you set goals and you doubt yourself, that's also completely toxic to the fractal. So you want to identify that. And I'm going to just call these out so that you can see and note your own patterns. So just take notes as I go through these. Okay, Kidlin Law. If you write down a problem specifically and clearly, you've solved half of it. So this is part of where we want to get to by the end of today, is that we've specifically and clearly stated where we want to be a year from now. And if we can do that, that should bring up our critical issues. Our critical issues are that which will keep us from hitting that goal. Maybe it's a skill gap. Maybe it's a people gap. Maybe it's a tool gap. Maybe it's a mindset gap. So any of those gaps will keep you from hitting that next level, the one the future you with the cape is at. All right, Gilbert Law. When you take on a task, finding the best way to achieve the desired result is always your responsibility. So this is saying, like, if you're going to set a goal, it's your responsibility to achieve it. It's your responsibility to deal with the critical issues. And so the more you understand that anyone who's made big leaps, anyone who's increased their capacity and capability has taken on the responsibility of that, that will help you exit victim mode or believe your own BS. Does anyone believe their own BS a little too much of the time? You guys know what I mean by that? A little bit. Yeah, we all do it. We all have doubt and fear. We all believe our own BS until we don't. Until we don't. Yeah. And then that keeps doing that 80-20 thing. So you get better and better at calling out your own BS. Isn't that great? If you're on a growth path. And if you're not on a growth path, you get more and more sucked in by your own BS. Has anyone like recently been in a conversation with someone who's believing their own BS and you're just like, you're believing your own BS? Yeah, right? Like that's a thing. Yeah. Okay. Wilson's Law, if you prioritize knowledge and intelligence, the money will continue to come. This is where we really get into what are the skill sets and what are the tool sets. And to some degree, who are the people sets that you actually need to manifest who you want to become in 2025? Right? Because there will be gaps. The more we can understand that there's gaps and then prioritize what we need to learn, prioritize knowledge and intelligence, the better. Okay, Falkland, if you don't have time to make a decision about something, sorry, if you don't have to make a decision about something, then don't decide. So this is going to be helpful for those of you who there's certain things that don't need to be on what you want to manifest next year. So don't put them on there. Like, don't add more. This is a game of specificity and subtraction. Because we're going to prioritize Pareto's law, Pareto principle, 80-20 rule. And because you can only take 20%, that means you always have to subtract 80%. So we want to hit the target with specificity. And if we don't have to move something forward, then we're not going to worry about it. You don't have to get better at all parts of the self in the same year. And this is where I see a lot of wellness pros mess this one up. I work a lot with wellness pros, right? Where it's like, if you want to grow in finances, like, let's focus on that, which means we're not going to try to move forward 5 other things like adventure travel. Earn the money first. And then I promise you the adventure travel is a lot more fun, you know, or you might not be able to have certain experiences in relationship. You might not be able to, say like you want to, whatever, blow through multiple levels of something else, but they're really less important than the one thing. Then we go to essentialism. We focus on the one thing that's really important, especially those of you who set too many goals and don't hit any. Okay, Parkinson's. If more time is given to complete a task, it will likely consume the entire time, often resulting in less efficiency. So this is where, again, we want to get really, really clear with our time.